So this certainly is not going to be the prettiest or nicest or very well put together video that you find on my channel. I was just sitting here with him and I thought I'm going to quickly do a video actually. I think I am. If you've seen this, I have. If you're new to my channel, my name's Cara. I blog at Innocent Charms Chats and have done for over 10 years. And him there is my eldest son. And that's Grayson. He's 8 and a half. And he's mentally and physically disabled. And his corrected age is approximately 8 to 10 months. And he came home about 2 hours ago after having surgery. It's a bit of a regular occurrence for Grayson, a bit too much to be frank. Basically this time he went in for, in theory, to have his tonsils removed, to have his adenoids removed, and to have 5 teeth removed and cleaned. It's an awful lot to go through in one go. I say Grayson's had an awful lot of surgeries, or awful lot of general aesthetics. Honestly, this sounds awful, but I've lost count how many, which I think is quite sad to be honest, but it's too many, let's put it that way, in his short life. And because of that, and because Grayson has severe breathing issues and severe issues in terms of keeping his oxygen level right, they decided to amalgamate the surgeries to reduce the risk. Yeah, so it does mean this poor little boy now is going to have some serious aftercare pain. So yesterday, if you follow me on Instagram, you may have seen on my Insta stories that I talked about his surgery and him going in. And I said I might do a video because I don't know why, but this surgery was probably the hardest one for me and Ashley to deal with emotionally. I think because all Grayson's surgeries mainly, or general aesthetics, have been in respect of his disability and things that we can't control and we can't stop. So MRIs, brain freeze, sorry, MRIs, sleep studies, respiratory studies, studies of his stomach, peg tube insertion, lumbar punctures, CTs, the list is pretty endless. Oh my God, that's awful, but I can't even remember everything. And obviously his biggest one to date was in June 2015 when he fell and had a mass cranial bleed and we nearly lost him. But that surgery was emergency surgery, so we didn't have time to panic, really. We did have a little bit of time, but we were just so frightened because he was given about 4% chance of survival on that surgery, and he kicked ass and survived. But this one is like a normal surgery, if that makes sense. His normal surgery is the right term. It's something that Addison could go through, Dee can go through, your children could go through. His tonsils are too big. They're way too big in his throat, and he's got obstructive sleep apnea because of it. And he had rotten teeth, which is partially because of his disability, obviously. But let's be honest, I had teeth removed as a child. It's normal. And I literally, yesterday, or when he left for the hospital yesterday, sorry, I'm holding my phone, I should have done this on my camera, my arm's starting to ache. When he left for surgery yesterday, because I actually took him up to London, because London's, well, like yesterday morning was a 2.5 hour drive away. I literally, genuinely thought that was the last time I would see my son alive, which may seem a bit odd to all of you, but I don't know why this surgery had a lot of bad feelings for both Ashley and I around it, and we both genuinely didn't think he was going to survive this surgery. And I'm not sure why. I don't know if it's because, I don't know actually. I think I was very scared about the bleed aspect, because we were warned by his ENT that people don't realise, but tonsils actually create a lot of issues around bleeding for children, and Grayson can't, he chokes and he doesn't tell you he's choking, and that's happened a few times from like reflux and sick, except things like that. And obviously having teeth removed causes a lot of blood, and I was worried he wouldn't handle ever blood and it would just be too much. Maybe it's because it's one of the biggest surgeries he's had in terms since his severe epilepsy, I don't know. But I genuinely thought my son wasn't coming home, and I felt an immense amount of guilt yesterday when he went and I didn't go with him, because that is the first time I have never been by his side for surgery. And it's just getting harder because we have 3 children. It's in the summer holidays. We don't have an awful lot of support. We have got some. We're very lucky for what we've got. But you have to think of all 3 of them. And I don't not love Grayson, and I did not want to be there. Far from it. He is everything to me. But he also responds way better to Ashley. Grayson doesn't even know I'm his mum. He knows I'm here and he knows I'll protect him, but he doesn't know I'm his mum. So it made sense for Ashley to go and for me to stay home. But it was hard, and just waiting for news was hard, and knowing that Ashley was up there on his own, feeling exactly the same as I was without me, was hard, because we're each other's, you know, rock. That's the only people we have. And I know he would have been hurting, and I felt an immense amount of guilt for him and for Ashley. But he is home. He's suffering though. He's just been sick absolutely everywhere because he's gagging from his throat, and we were giving him a feed through his stomach, and I just don't think he could tolerate it. And I'll be honest, I get an awful lot of messages from people over the last 8 years who say to me, I could never cope like you do, or you're so strong for him. I could never have dealt with a child in this situation. And can I honestly say something? I'm not that strong. I cry literally like every day. I'm a complete wreck most of the time. But I won't deny the fact that having him and having to fight for absolutely everything, including his life, because there are several times doctors have requested us to turn life support off or to not let him survive. And that I am strong for, and I will continue to fight. But you could all do it. Don't ever think you couldn't, because I never thought I could, and I never thought I'd end up with a child like Grayson. And if you still ask me today, no, I don't want a child like Grayson. I don't want to watch my child suffer and be in pain and not get to experience life as you're supposed to. But he's my son, and like all 3 of my children, like all of you are with the children you have and or will have, there is a love and a parental responsibility which no one can understand until they have a child. You can't explain it. Like, people say it, and people that may watch this video don't have children, you'll be thinking, I don't understand, because you hear people say it, and it's, you just can't explain it. And when you have a child like Grayson, I guess, who's got disabilities and can't talk for himself, be his arms and legs, it's even stronger. It's even stronger, but it's bloody hard. And you could all do it. But I'll be honest, it doesn't mean that if you know someone that's in our position, they really need your help. Hello, Pumba. Alright, darling, alright. They really need your help, because we are strong and we will keep fighting, but it's quite lonely, and you sometimes just want to escape. That's all I ever really want. Sometimes I don't want to think about not him, but the life he has to lead and everything that comes along with it, sometimes you just want to be Cara. I don't want to be a disabled parent or a special needs mum. I just want to be Cara, and I just want to break. But I'm not really sure why I did this video. I think I just needed to talk, and I just needed to express myself. And I also just really did want to say thank you, because Ashley and I don't have very many what I call real life friends, and we certainly don't have a lot of people in our life that I feel love and respect all three of my children equally. And I'm afraid it isn't a lie when you hear parents of disabled children say that they lost everybody when they had a child like Grayson, because you do, because people for whatever reason do go away. But my friends online, I feel so fortunate. I feel literally like one of the luckiest people on the planet, because that little boy, is so loved by so many people that have never even met him or even met me, and that's just awesome. And those people are awesome. And receiving in excess of 200 messages in the last 24 hours for him, for me, for my husband, honestly just rocks. The online world rocks, and you all know who you are, and you know how thankful I am, and I hope you do, and you know that I would do anything to return the favour, and I believe I genuinely am one of those people that would do anything for anyone. So huge thank you and huge respect, and a little goodbye from him. Hopefully in a few days he will feel a bit better. Thanks for watching.